Okay, people. Let's get ready here. Just gonna make sure we're set. Hey, what's up, Shoot? How you doing? Or Shoot the moon? Yeah, Shoot the moon. Oh. Okay, let's just make sure Mike's in the proper position. Ooh. You approve this life? That's good. That's good. It's very nice of you. Pretty kind, actually. Oh, you're proud? Oh my god. People is proud of me. Oh. Oh. I know, this is proper madness. Today we're going to start off now doing actual level design. We're going to be doing a little bit of side mission work. Because otherwise I'm going to forget this eventually and ugh. Just going to be setting up some little vertibirds here. Yes, there we go. Always gonna put you in a good mood, life. You know that. Yeah, it's just the texture setups for the vertibirds that the Republic of Oceania have. Hey, GTV, hey, Cheese, how you doing? Folks are doing fine, fine, fine. These as well, because it's a weird setup they have. Even though they don't actually do anything right now. I think these are for the, like, transitions. When it goes from, like, static to normal. Leave. Checked this last night, but I can't quite recall right now. Hope you all are doing good, having a good day so far. So, you gotta love Bethesda's naming. So, you like the tail? It's called Gah. Just Gah. It's a proper Beth name for him. Okay, and it missed bits anyway. No, that was swapped. Okay, now we're just gonna find that little. These ones. So, no, it's not these. So, make you a Twitch chat on. Let me figure out how to do that, Ark. See if I can log in as intended. Some of them you will be able to ride, yep. It's in these. Yes, there they are. We're starting off with a bit of just backend dull crap I gotta do. So I gotta fix up some little meshes in preparation for later use. So I think I might as well do that as well. Show you another side of development we always work with. Hey, look at that. Let's see, am I a mod? Let's just try him. Let me... Hold on, I'm just gonna log in real fast. Liam, that's the right one. Log in. I think this is correct. Oh god, I need Saber. Okay, it'll have to wait, or I'm sorry. I need Saber to do that. How many Easter eggs? I don't think we could ever really try and count that, as they kind of become a developer disposal. Okay, so we've prepped this sniff, actually. Right? I think. Did those two... Alright, there are some other I believe we need to look into. Where are they? There was something else I had to do, or no? I shouldn't have written that out. Oh well, screw that. We'll be happy for now. Right, now let's bring over this little one. You usually don't see that. Duplicate these. I'm gonna go down our little prefix. So we can keep track of it real fast. Oh god, what is that? Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? And is it ROC? No. It's Vertibird ROC maybe? No? Ah, fuck. Unders. Fair enough, fair enough. Now we need to change the female model as well. Of course that didn't take. Okay, and now we've prepped a Vertibird for the ROC. And yes, they are creatures. That's the beauty of these little bastards. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, it just, yeah. Where she goes. And hey, Baines, hope we're doing good. Slow day sell. The ZK is ready for that, of course. Oh, the ZK can be a bit of a slow one. As we'll know. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's head over to Des Moines again. Keep going from where we started. Just didn't see that. This music's a bit loud, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, we have backups of everything. It's quite the setup in the backend, really. Let's fix this really fast. Not what I actually planned to do already. Just because that's going to be annoying as well. No. Okay. This little grass fix. Okay, let's move. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's do some nice little landscape dotting around here. Make this area all a little bit more natural in that sense. But the red leaves have undercover missions like, yes! They function far more behind the scenes as far as their warfare goes than applied and obnoxious, kinda. Yeah, I will, don't worry. Just dotting out the words too singular painted. Oh, keep saying that. Fair enough. Still not, Caleb. Still not. No, it's since yesterday again. Didn't like that. See, there were some nasty roads somewhere. There we go. Nasty little road seams. Stay a little bit of stronger draw real fast. Just smooth. Boop, boop, done. Sounds good, kinda. Ah, there's the nasty one. These. Ugh. Can't have these. Looks awful. Straight awful. Okay, none of those small around. It's soon time for some bushes then. Actually, I didn't. Let's make it a bit more of a eyeball climb. Grab some of the weeds. Just mix in here. Here we'll do just a little trim system. Make the edge of the road far less noticeable. Okay. It's time for bushes. What's your favourite location on the map so far? Ooh. That's a tricky one. I think, like, overall, if we're talking big, like, locale, not just a singular little, like, interior, so to say, I think the Snoqualmie Valley, it has a really cool, like, vibe as far as the visuals go, very different style of environment. I think it's an area you'll really like when you play it. It feels very different from everything else. I am, of course, in love with Cascade, the main city, which I've been slowly developing over a long time. Probably actually going to do that after I'm done with this stream. Otherwise, I think the Bellevue crater, it's starting to shape up really nice. And I think it's a location that'll be really cool to see. Yeah, the launch has a really nice vista. It does. Gorgeous little location where it's at. The oil refinery. Where? Oh, right, yes, in downtown. That's a neat little one, yeah. It won't be colorized now. I know, Jamie, I know, it's weird. Trying to... I don't know, I just had one of those weeks where I'm like, okay, I want to really just grind whole week. I spoke to Viggy and Saber, two of my co-leads, and just like, okay, let's just try and get at least 8 hours every day in. And kind of see how that affects just 1 week. Because, I mean, between the three of us, that's Oh god, hold on. 8 times 5. 120 hours. See? I'm smart, don't worry. Don't worry. I know, I promise I can count, it's just trying to do that and kind of be in the levels design mind is... Ugh. And for me personally, I do a lot more work when I'm streaming. So it became a bit of a no-brainer, like, yeah, I'll just be streaming then. I cannot fix that, man, so later then. Yeah, just one of those weeks where I'm like, no, I really just want to sit down and go for it, you know? I don't know. It's nice when you get those, don't get me wrong. Is this the static one? It is, okay. Let's do a little something like this. Smooth the side a tad, and... I think it's more so, like... Of course it's nice to have people to chat with and whatnot, but I think it kind of forces me to, like, I feel bad if I don't talk or, like, do things, or if I just sit around and be really lazy. It kind of just makes me be like, oh no. Naughty, naughty Flen. So it kind of forces me to keep going at it. And that's, of course, like, the company's always very appreciated. It's a lot easier to keep going when you have people there talking to you. Let's keep one animated one now. We don't comment on release dates, Olimac. I can. See, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. See, I got it all the way to 14. Can you count? Silly question. Someone's rude to ask it. Yeah, I know. It's a little shit show of an airfield. Air Force boy, Jesus. Christ. I can talk as well, I promise that too. Words. I know, like, 9, at least. Also, I'm gonna check something. Let's just save. Gotta make sure the auto saves are working today. Because I don't want another one of those resets yesterday. 5 minutes, perfect. Yeah, the YouTube chat is a bit more active, King. It usually is, actually. It's always fun because we have far more viewers on Twitch, usually. But the YouTube chat is always more talkative. Are the followers of the Apocalypse going to be in Cascadia? No. They will not. The only returning faction is the NCR. So I gotta shoot up a DM. Terrorize Jonesy. Let me see, because I think I have a little file. Okay, Jamie. Fair enough, fair enough. Yes, okay. We have a side mission here as well now. We're gonna implement some trees. Because you see these lovely birch trees? Well, they suck ass. like big time ding dong kind of. And well, they're not too hard. No, I do have an upgrade for them. It needs new bark textures, I believe. The version we can put in here. But I think that would be a nice little upgrade at least. Are there certain procedures you follow during level design? You also discuss your results with the team. In general, not really. But we always do share images and push our files to one another so we can take a look and see if it's needed. But for a lot of content, we trust our devs that they're here for a reason. We vet everyone before they come on the team. We know they're good. Like we bring them on because we want their work. So we're not gonna sit there and cherry pick every single thing or every little lamp they place down. So it's a lot of faith in one another. I mean, a lot of us have been doing this for so long that we know each other's styles, we know how people work and how they function, and we've kind of come to the point where we know what we expect out of a location. But yeah, let's should we update our trees perchance? That could be a little good thing to do, actually. Yes. Let's do that. Per week, on average, we have... I'd say every week there's at least 25 devs putting in time, if not a bit more. Some more, some less. Could you show us some character models? Define character models. Just Birch. Trees. There we go. Yeah, let's do this actually. Let's fix. NCR soldiers, etc. I mean, so the way the engine works, we don't really make character models for people. We do have some outfits for them. I can do that real fast. Hold on. Let's see if we can find a NCR. How would I showcase that best in this thing? Little NCR helmet. Who's? Let's see. That's the. Actually, let me see if I can. Armor. Is it armor item when we see the nice ones? Actually, I think so. Hold on. Control armor. Yeah. Here we are. Ooh, the preview window is so funky. Hey, Russ, are we doing good? Do you ever worry about having one place being too much of one person's style? Not really. Because once you've done a location, because very rarely does one dev do every single thing in one location all throughout. Very often you do a lot of the work. So in this location, we had a developer called Seftasim do the town layout and a lot of the cluttering. And so now I'm going over it and kind of just tweaking and updating and fixing and just small stuff like that. So let's make sure that's the proper path. So if I see, because otherwise Saber's going to be up my ass. Trees, birch. Perfect. Oh, he wants them in one folder. Okay, fair enough. We'll fix that for him. Otherwise he's going to be all so angry. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Sorry, people. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be back in just a few seconds. Alright, I'm very sorry about that. I'm back now. So, let's see. The saber probably had... Did he have them prefixed with tree? Let's check. Okay, yep, he did. Cool. You know, if you go to our website, you can find, might be some concept art for some of the other factions. I know the concept art for the power armor is up there. But we do like to keep a lot of things kind of just hushed, quiet. Weird and pointless. Oh, oh shoot. We had that. We have that in documents somewhere. I can dig that up, and I can... If you show up for next stream, I can definitely get that out there. No need to say sorry. We just, as I said, we like to keep some things kind of a bit to ourselves. Save some of the mystery for y'all. Okay, there we go. Landscape. Trees. So on up. Texture set. Ready. Cool. Let's see. Landscape trees. Okay, meshes. Let's prep these. No, it's a lot of work, and I think a lot of people kind of fail to understand just how much work there is to it. Okay, let's start with the noble ones, I guess. Or, no, let's start with the blunt LEDs, because otherwise I'm gonna forget to do these. I want to do... Oh, dumb bastard. Did we not get those? Perhaps. Maybe we didn't get those. I'll have to check that out. If not, I'll have to prep some materials here in a bit. Why are they not working at all? Materials, FOC, landscape, trace. Tree birch, bark, tree birch, trees. Oh, because I prefixed them, right. That we're doing. There we are. Yes, that is the plan. At least before the Great War engulfs us in death and gloom. Okay, brain, function again. Okay, Jesus. Just hate when your brain just like, nah, I'm gonna chill for a few minutes here. So let's be huge brain here. Let's do this. So then we can do. It's amazing how big my brain is, really. Honestly. Although, do I really need... Is there any difference in these, perhaps? Hey, Rafa, it's going good. I'm getting some new trees set up here. We don't actually need orange textures because we have another set of trees for that. Which means we can also clean up the folder a little bit real fast. Okay, let's see. Materials, FAC, LED, landscape. So there is. Okay. Welcome back to YouTube, Biome. I really like vaults personally. They're quite a lot of fun. And they're really fun to design as well. Because you can do a lot of just weird stuff you normally wouldn't do, kind of. That'd be just very good, very good. See, data, meshes. See, one, no, below day, there we go. Landscape, trace, don't need that one. Bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. Right. The plane level. This is not the plane level. Hey, Beaky, how you doing? Please, we'll have to set up some 2D or just what are they, like 8 tries, I think, to push down the LED count on the real faraway trees. Because even this is actually quite high poly for them. Almost done here, people. So close. Last sniff. Then we're going to CK. Okay. Let's get all the birch trees out. So this is what they look like right now. Not too good, not gonna lie. Not too good at all, actually. Of course, now they're gonna be all pink here for a little hot moment. So, oh god, what is he do? You do something like this, I think. Oh. No. No. What did you do? All time? Tree cluster 09 is not a stat. Ah, sorry then, game. Let's do this. Okay. Force some little update on the CK. Bamboozle it into reloading shit. And there we go, Bob's your uncle. Improved little birch trees. Well, we're not actually quite done yet. We need to do some LED models, eh? No, it failed. Okay. If you're lucky, every now and then it'll be like, oh yeah, we know these. I also want to ask, will the followers of the apocalypse stretch to Cascada? Not really. So the only real returning faction we have is the Benzar. It's kind of all of them. Okay, that tree has been prepped. There's no information about a release now. We don't talk about a possible release or anything like that because we don't want to make any promises because we can't keep them really. As development is quite volatile with a fully volunteer team, there's never really any guarantee we can make that it will be done by now or by then or whatever kind of. It's always going to be very... Why haven't you updated? Let's just do this. Let's let the CK properly refresh and see if it's going to be super mad here. It might get really fucking pissed. Let's see. It's rolling, it's rolling, it's rolling. It's good, I guess. It's a good step. That might be one of the mods we actually didn't... Is this the 04 then? Oh, it is the 04, okay. informed the dev that we need another version of that. But yeah, new little birch trees. They look a lot better. They're not done, of course. I think we're gonna be doing some tweaks to the leaves, just to make them a bit less monotone in color, and then the bark. It's gonna get some and optimizations and God knows what. Yeah, just a few little happy birch trees. Let's go say hi to another dev real fast. Where's the live stream? There. Might get someone hopping in here in a while. Have you thought about mixing the colors of the train grass to have a green grass pop with the healthy trees grow versus the yellow with the dead trees?
Flynn.
Hey, Jonesy, how you doing? Oh, I don't think I'm muting Discord. Sorry. Yes, my boy. Here we are.
Hi, Flynn.
Hello. But no, as far as mixing up the color, depending on what tree is placed on it right there and then, it's kind of unachievable. It's not something you can really do on this grand scale. We do have different ground textures depending on what type of area it is. So for these parts of the forest where it's far more sparse and a lot more dead trees, it's just a lot of yellow and gravel. But once you head into the more dense forest, you do start finding little specks of green here and there and some leaves and God knows what really. How are you doing today, Jonesy?
I'm doing good. I have a night shift tonight.
Ooh, that's tough. No CKing for you then?
I'm bringing my laptop.
So CKing for you then?
Yes. I guess I should probably pull right now.
I would recommend doing that, yeah.
Oh, I forgot I did a new Windows install. Yikes.
That was dumb of you.
Yep, never mind.
No CKing for you. Why did you reinstall Windows?
It's running really slow.
It's when you just clean up shit, like reinstall. Reinstall is only for when the CK says no. Dingus.
Where are you working right now?
We're just above the cursed location. Des Moines.
Don't say its name.
It's too late. It's happened.
Did you fix Pontus?
Yeah, I found a few little oddities in Kent that I cleaned up.
Was it oddities or was it?
No, it wasn't Pontus.
Was it Pontus?
No. I found some collision boxes that were throwing errors. I'm not sure how they were throwing them, but they weren't. What's your opinion on Sarge and Sarge Fusion? I think they're cool. I really like the flavor palette we have for them, and we do have a lot of fun stuff going for them. So I know there's a custom like projectile that will be available in Surge flavor for you fellas to have fun with. And I pushed in the new birch trees if you didn't see that, Josie.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. It's quite a nice little upgrade from the old ones. The old ones were so bad. Ugh. Stick out on the road. Gotta make it more plain that it's a uniform road actually stretching through here. I thought there was a uniform road stretching through, I guess, at least. Don't like that one. Get some G rails in here. God rails, that's what they're apparently called. Where is it?
Did you say God rails?
Guard.
God rails.
Yes, God rails. So when God gets really fucking drunk, no one needs to carry him home. Put up the God
When you
rails.
drive off the side of the road.
Yes.
That's the most dangerous corner I've ever seen.
Yep. Blame himself to him. He very obviously does not know traffic regulation. What? Queuing up in the sky, Boston.
Do.
What song is that?
I don't know.
Oh, God, it's gonna be stuck in my head now.
Depamina. Mamanana.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait.
no, I
That's
don't.
not that song?
I don't.
I like that one too, though.
Yeah, but it's not that one.
It's got the shaft in it.
Ding 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 buckarooter, pupperooter. No, it's not that one I'm thinking of.
Tequila.
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 Yep, yep.
No, okay.
Okay, cool. I got that brain worm out of my head. But very professional and proper around age, so I know people. These are the discussions we have. Yes.
Whew.
You don't say, huh? Alright, let's focus on the chat.
Like, we have to have a disclaimer on the top of the stream saying this is not final product.
There is one of those rolling at the top there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So right now it says disco.gg/volcanoes. After that, I believe it says everything shown on stream is a VIP and possible placeholder or something like that. Links to all social media. We should really fix all the social media links if we're gonna keep talking about them. Which isn't. I think it's on true for Twitch, but I think YouTube keeps resetting them somehow. But again, YouTube doesn't really like us, so.
Nor does Pontus.
No, but I mean, Pontus doesn't like anything in this world, really. He's just an awful human.
Flynn, anytime anyone asks for a percentage of the project being complete, I'm just gonna say.
Oh, I just delete one cell by then. Every time that happens. Yes, everything is VIP and it's not representative of the final product.
Logan, so I just wanted to ask if you guys still continue making the flamingo animations mod, or you guys abandoned it? Flamingo? I'm confused. Is this a meme?
Okay, so there's the tricky thing with this Olomac that like very rarely do people actually ever want an ideas guy. Like those are a dime in a dozen, and a lot of ideas. I mean, it's easy to come up with a cool idea. The problem comes unless you're willing to do the hard lifting yourself. You're kind of useless. Suddenly, like it's something we see a lot of, and we see them every now and then pop up on the Nexus or Reddit. Like, ooh, I got this great idea. I'm gonna do this big mod, and we give it 3-4 weeks, and then it's usually dead because someone realized that it's actually hard, and they didn't know how to do something, or they didn't know how to use the CK at all. Really, the ideas guys, they're not needed. It's not a group of people in the community that there's a shortage of either, and like it's a tricky thing, and kind of same goes with writers in a way, because people have the assumption that everyone can write, which really isn't true. Everyone can like kind of spit out ideas and create some cool concepts that everyone can do. I think the problem is people kind of disconnect that the idea writing is a very small part of the writing. After that, you also have to churn out like a few thousand lines of dialogue for, even if it like even non-specific stuff, just generic boring crap. And that has to feel like proper dialogue. It has to flow well. It has to sound like this is something a person would say. And I think the community, all in all, just like if you want to do something, don't just spit out an idea and hope that you'll find a team, because that has
I would suggest
never
doing.
worked.
Yeah, I would suggest doing a large workload of it, like put out a product, if that makes sense. Like do a lot of work first by yourself or with a couple friends that want to help you, and then see where it goes.
That's usually the advice I give to all the like little new teams that pop up every now and then.
Start small. Don't.
Yes, that, and don't go to the don't just cram together one piece of concept art and go off recruiting. Like you should put in 6 months or so of actual hard work, figuring out what you want to do with the project.
Get a world space.
Then maybe look into recruiting. Because before that, there's not really a project, even though it may feel like you have one in your brain and like how's it all gonna flow. Until it's been laid out, the people you need aren't all gonna be too interested, usually. Because we see these things every 2 or 3 weeks. What do you think of Miami? We work with them near daily. They're great people.
Oh, and that guy meant Wanamingo, not Flamingo.
Oh, okay. Very confused there. Tried to think when the fuck we were animating flamingos.
I was like, is that a meme? Because I know we use flamingos a lot, but...
Yeah. I mean, right now, not much is happening with them. We're kind of waiting on getting some new animations set up and going for them, but they'll be a thing. No plans for a release as of yet, or there won't be any release of them. It's one of those things we're keeping for ourselves.
So, yeah, to answer your question, yes, we're still doing the Wanamingo, but it will not be a separate mod. It will be in Cascadia. No problem. How late are you going to be on, Flynn?
What now? Sorry?
How late are you going to be on?
Probably quiet today.
So, like, 6 more hours?
Not sure I'll be streaming for 6 more hours, but I would just keep working. Or I will keep working after stream. Got some other stuff I want to do. Not all of it is stream friendly.
What's your opinion on places like Bridgetown or Ren Fair? Ren Fair is my favorite, 10 out of 10. Love that place. Bridgetown, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice location. I like the concept. But yeah, Ren
Fair's just so out of left field that I love it.
Yeah, and I've fought quite hard to keep that one in the project for a while as well. I like it. Very odd.
How much have you said about Ren Fair on stream? Just wondering.
Not too much.
Okay. Have you even streamed it or no?
I think they've seen the gates a while back.
Oh, we did post a picture.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the extent.
Another question, Flen. I remember you guys doing some sort of Power Gloves concept art stream, and I cannot find that clip anymore. Could you reveal to me what happened to that clip?
Most likely YouTube took it down.
Oh, yeah, true. YouTube's been on our ass.
Was it stream last week? They actually shut me down YouTube side, like, during stream. That was... Which is why we're only listening
just for
to...
the music?
Yep. Which is why we have soundtracks rolling in the background, because they don't give a shit about those. Especially for games. They really don't give much of a shit.
What Power Glove concept? Did we have that? Is that a thing?
I think Jake did some early concept for a while back.
Oh, wow. That long ago.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't heard from Jake in years.
I spoke to him a few months ago. Seemed to be doing good. Well, YouTube takes down most of our stuff since we play normal music. Yeah, taxi. Yeah, I said Valley when I started. Like, I have one of those weeks where I'm like, I'm just gonna sit down and try to work every single day, at least for like 8 hours or so. And a really good way to keep me motivated, at least, when doing that, is to stream. Because firstly, I mean, I always get some company and, like, some breakups from the just constant grind, answering questions or whatnot, every now and then. But it also kind of forces me to kind of keep working, because I feel really bad if I know the stream is really boring, because nothing's happening at all.
You're working on areas that generally, I'm gonna say this lightheartedly, that level designers don't necessarily want to go to.
I mean, partially that, but also like, because we have a lot of stuff that we don't show at all. Or stuff we don't approve for streams or something like that. And those are usually the bit more cool areas, simply.
We've shown Kent, though. Kent's not cool.
Yeah, Kent's been shown so many times.
I hate that place. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not kidding.
No, you're not. But that also leaves a lot of areas like this, where it's just kind of just dull landscaping. Kind of leaves them alone for a while, because people are more focused on like the heavy tasks, or the more complex, or I mean just the more fun stuff. Or there's a quest location that's really needed, so prior gets pushed there.
Pretty fun. I gotta go to work.
Alright, see you, Jonesy. Thanks for
See you,
stopping by.
stream. Bye, Flynn.
But no, so it leaves a lot of areas like these just kind of empty, because they're not needed for development's sake. They're really low priority, because the rest of the game takes place and can take place without this area being developed. It doesn't hinder quest development or locations and whatnot. Which means they often tend to be a bit forgotten. Like, there's nothing happening in this region right here that I'm working on, or hell, this stretch of road, that's needed for the main quest, simply. So it's not a priority, of any way, kind of. Which is where a lot of my streams instead take place, where it's like, well, I don't want to show the cool stuff, so we just work on little background areas. Oh, yes. The boring areas are absolutely, or, yeah, as you said, boring, in quotations. They're absolutely important, and they are some of the most important, but they are quite generic in that way. Because, I mean, it's not a lot of variation in them, it's just a lot of the same level design, landscaping, on it goes. And, like, I also prefer, like, a lot of other level designers to do something a bit more unique, or, like, a nice interior, or some little buildings, or whatever it may be, really. But these areas, they have to get done. Me and Viggy are usually ones to tackle large chunks of just landscaping. Yeah, we've started implementing quests. There's a good few of them in. That was started out a long time ago. Which is also something I'm trying to shift more into as of late, just getting more quests done. The main annoyance with a lot of quests is a lot of it needs quite heavy frameworks built around them to function. So I can't start on one branch of the main quest until I've done another branch, all in all, or it's so intertwined that it just becomes a bit of a chaotic cluster. And I'm not all too fantastic at quest implementation. I can do it, but there's people far better suited at it than me. So if there's anyone out there who's a quest implementer, please do apply. We're always looking for more hands on deck there. And we would be ever so happy. We'll just have more full 3/Nevega style settlements, to take the full 4 approach, like 2 or 3 actual developed settlements, and the rest being for the player to build up themselves. So most of our settlements are pre-built. There's not any instances where you can actually take a proper settlement and attract settlers and build up a little life for yourself there. The settlement mode, we've turned it more into a like personal base thing. So most things will be like home plate. If now there will be like an exterior location, but you won't be able to attract settlers and whatnot. We wanted to maintain that control over locations and whatnot. Hey Atomic, how you doing? There's going to be voice acting in the mod, yes? Not the player though. Player will not be voiced. squeeze a rock in here somewhere. Yeah, no, there's a few settlements. So we have Bridgetown, Kent, Cascade, Pikes, I guess it's a settlement kinda, but Renfair, of course, and well, I don't know if the ROC HQ, Kansas one, or the Relief HQ kinda. Oh, we've already done that, Sable. Already done that. So here's the standard yellow, blue. Over here we have a little green one. We have another blue. I think down in there we have a few of different colors. I think we have a pink one I wanted. Already think. Any new custom? I mean, there will be plenty of custom buildings. Holy moly, yes. You will have the ability to obtain a alien blaster. That's the response you get for that. How about character creation? What do you mean? Like, you'll be able to make your character like in any other Fallout game. Purge some trees and get that cliffside going. So as far as the settlement system goes, we won't allow you to build anywhere you want. It's a decision we've made. Simply, we don't want that to be a thing. The map is not meant for that. And it just, like, it would be very, very limited if we're gonna kind of allow you to build wherever you want, which kind of defeats the purpose. Because there are just a lot of areas where we don't want the player to be able to live in and whatnot. We want to maintain that control for ourselves. Yeah, new character, yeah. Sorry. I didn't understand what you meant, honestly. The Drifter is what you'll be known as. There will be companions and one canine and one humanoid. Or one canine, one other, I guess, would be the more proper. Washington. Specifically King County is the locale. So it encompasses Seattle and some of the areas around it. As far as the background for the player, the only thing we really... Like, we leave it extremely open-ended. All we say is, you move to a location at one point, and you had a friend at some point. That's all we say. The rest is entirely up to you. But I think everyone can be at least happy with, okay, yeah, at least at some point in life you had a friend. And no, there's no dog meat. There's no dog meat. We've replaced dog meat. Fox... I mean, yes. Foxtrot, oh yes. Will you make your own law? You're going to use stuff from the council law? No. We're not using any actual law from Foliage Extreme. It's quite useless in a lot of areas. I think the biggest nod we kind of do is the town of Issaquah. I think in the lore it says that it was destroyed post-war, then rebuilt, and then kind of went and became a little settlement, then got all fucked again. And we kind of hint towards that in the level design. But nothing past that, no. Fallout Extreme is, well, as the name might suggest, quite extreme. That's the one where the Brotherhood of Steel teams up with a super mutant army. So, I mean, yeah. What we will recommend is only install Cascada, like a separate profile in Mod Organizer, or another way to handle that. We're still looking into options there. Because it won't really be all too clever to have mods overriding our content. As we do a lot of modification to the base game, you would end up risking breaking Cascadia if you have another mod that comes later messing with it. Will the game have mods? I mean, people will be able to make mods for Cascadia, yes. We have been in talks with the Nexus to possibly arrange so that we have a separate page for Cascadia on the Nexus as well on release. To kind of make it easy for people to see what mods have been made compatible and stuff like that. Okay, let's see, just haven't missed anything. As far as a companion wheel, we hope we can pull that off. We're working on something for that. So hopefully. Otherwise, we'll figure something else out. Or, yeah. Will you be using some cancel world concepts from Cancel Fall Games, or will all of them be completely original? We have one vault set aside that we might have a use for existing from the Fallout Bible, of course. And that one might be the one. And as far as the Vault 6 in the region, do keep in mind the Bible isn't canon. Nothing in there is actually straight fact, or should be considered as such. And we have taken the Bible into account at times, of course. We don't want to go too off the books. But it is worth understanding that the Bible isn't straight up, this is how it is. Are you using real-world roads or your own? A bit of mix. So a lot of the bigger frameworks, like the big highway sections and whatnot, they're kind of based on existing ones. For those of you that were here, was it yesterday? I removed a marking of a 509. Oh yeah, you actually see it in the LED. So there. That's based on the real road that goes through the region. Same with the highway there. Kind of mimics the I-5. Vault 6 might have been adapted by the Frontier as well, yeah. Very possible the TG and the devs did that. But as far as Vaults go, we made sure none of the official games or any of the other Fallout projects around. To make sure that we don't clash with them as well. And the Bible isn't canon, and there are a lot of things in there they kind of... I mean, not even they could really come to terms with what things were. Like, they still don't really agree. Like, none of the original devs still have the proper explanation of what a ghoul is. How they come to be and all that. Like, it's still... will any characters from previous games appear? Most likely not. I wouldn't expect any. And there's a few issues, or few problems with that. Firstly, voice acting becomes tricky. Because we can't use any of the existing voice actors. Or any of the former ones, really. And as we're set a bit further into the timeline, a lot of characters would have died by now. We're set in 2329, so we do a bit of a jump. lures. Am I wrong? But that is, of course, not to say that no, there won't be any. So don't come yelling if the one shows up. But most likely not. I mean, I think a problem with how people handle lore as well is if it's in a game, it gotta be canon. Which, no. That's not how it goes. It's kind of like the kid in the fridge. Like, the devs have said a few times, like, it was just a joke thing. It's nothing more than a reference to how he functions, and, like, just don't think too much on it. Because if everything always were to be truth, then the Star Wars characters are time travelers, and that's confirmed. Has that happened in Fallout 2? Will there be a radio station? Yes, there will be several. At least 2. Is it set 42 years after Fallout 4? I think that adds up math-wise. If you did the math, then I'll trust you. But yes, 2329 is when we're set. Let's see, did I ever connect up the roads up here? I can't remember if I actually did. Also, huge tree. Alright, I was doing some of this. Right. Grab a road chunk. Yes, it's a bit of a jump. We kind of wanted to shift away from the basic struggles being that of just normal survival, like how will people get food or water, or and kind of come to a place where civilization is far more back in place. Like the struggle of water is a long gone dream and whatnot, and see what happens then. Like, will humanity go back to its default and just blow the ever flying fuck out of itself, or will the world maybe stand a chance of survival? Yes. We bring back skills and traits and perks, or, I mean, I guess perks aren't gone, but we go back to the way it works before, since we developed level up framework in-house together with Bianca, Birch. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's more post-apocalypse in that sense, yeah. Is there any chance we'll see the power gloves? Possibly I could check with our 3D lead later when he gets up and about. Does Kiskina have something like Project Purity? Not necessarily something like Project Purity. They've just kind of established base systems that allow them to get clean water, and like they've just sorted out all that crap a while ago. As main Seattle wasn't hit by any nuke. I mean, the main area. There was only one nuke that actually hit the region. Those were, I think we explained it by, they were shot down by the Alaskan front lines. Stations, kind of. So a lot of the area isn't that radiated. The one nuke that did hit, let's see, we can see from here. Come on, let's zoom out a little. Okay, so around there, if that sees. That's where the big nuke hit. That area's kind of gone. Do you only do level design, or do you also work on other things involving Cascadia? On the project lead side, I do a bit of everything. I do level design, of course. That's my primary skill set. I do some asset implementation, quest implementation, general team management, recruitment. Whoosh. So many different things. Yeah, Bellevue went bye-bye. No more. No más. But no, I do a bit of everything already. I'm a glorified janitor, usually. I mean, pretty much off. Like, they've got that situation handled. Water purifiers isn't a problem. So will there not be as much irradiated areas on the map? Not as many, no. There's other problems around the map, though. And then, since we don't have, like, a glowing sea level of radiation, for the most part, we kind of invented our own little solution to that. With the ashlands, which is where the volcanoes went poof. So that place isn't quite as nice as one would want it to be, in that sense. And it kind of fills a lot of the spots for, how do we fuck over the player? Then he said also wildlife is a big problem right now. Since FEV did get into the air anyway, and it did affect the entire world, we know the creatures around here can be a bit of a hassle. Especially the big ones, the creakers, kinda. Those cuties. Yeah, there's quite a few projects going on. What did I place there? Chunks. Let's go steal a few of these. Cascadian subduction zone. Okay, so Jeff, that rumor started by Josh Sawyer posting some pictures, and he was working on something entirely different. That's kind of how the rumor started. He posted some like "Welcome to Louisiana" handbooks on his, I think, Instagram or Facebook, and then then people kind of thought like, "Oh my God, Obsidian's doing Louisiana," and then no, he was just working on something else. That one's all on him. I think it was Josh, at least. I think so. Oh, so much coast to do here, Sam. After this. Ugh. So much coast. Oh, we got another. Let's say northwest. Hold on one second. What you doing, CK? Oh, okay. Hui! CK got me scared in there. See what's the woodlines do. Little woodlines I am mostly leaving for other people though, because I'm not that good with these. At least I've seen them do. Nothing. Let me bring up a Google map here. Because I don't remember the name of the lakes. I'm sorry. It's the Duwamish Waterway. So we got Harbour Island coming up over there. And downtown. Oh, sorry. You get the gist. See you, Jamie. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's as uncommon as people may think, actually. Or at least just the general tendency to stay the fuck away from water in video games. As far as being a phobia, I don't know about that, but I think for a lot of people, the general knowledge is like, don't go in the water, because I think we're just so used to like, you go in the water, you drown. Your game characters can't swim. Because they couldn't for the fucking longest time ever. And for the most part, they could at least. Okay, what's that? Was it like the first like 2 Assassin's Creed or something? Where like your dude could fucking jump from tower to tower and like take a beating from a sword, but you touch like the water in the vine and you just insta-died. Same basically on here. Just paint over the base. Just fill out the space a little bit. Take the big brushes real fast and just do. Okay, bit of cool. Then you Slam down the brush, and then do fine tweaks. I don't know if you ever played sport, but I remember when I was like a kid and tried to swim out into the sea and got jumped by a massive... Oh, yes! That fucker. Oh, yeah, I played sport. I played the shit on that. I remember, like, I played that too much, honestly. I figured out how to become... What were they called? The little frog dudes with all the tech. Hold on. Let me see. Sport, evil frog dudes. Let's see. Yes! Oh, the groks! Hey, hold on, wait. These fuckers. These bastards. Figured out how to become allied with them early. So, you know, I'm playing that game far too much. Holy moly. I really wish they would have made a second one, because it was a great game, honestly. And I think with today's tech, they really can make it something. Those fuckers, yeah. Raging on downtown. It's very good. Very, very good. That was my week goal. It's like landscape a lot up here towards then that area. And it's actually gone a lot faster than I thought it would, which is nice. Because I can't touch or past. Like I could probably do some landscape in there. Maybe. The sport took forever. Yeah, no, they did not get cut time. Holy moly. They wasted time, more likely. If anything, I think they could have spent more time on the space stage. Space stage kind of became a strategy game a little bit. I think though the civilization phase and the tribal phase, those could have done with some. That's the name of them, right? I think that's who cares? If I'm not entirely mistaken, that's kind of when the game went really fast. Like you kind of really just glossed over what you had done. I don't think most stages would have been like that to the game. I think it would have just needed a lot more effects. Yeah, I like the space and the creature stage the most. They were a lot of fun. Then again, I love me some strategy games. And I mean, creature stage were just fun. Just running around beating the shit out of people. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Just gonna go grab a cup of coffee and grab something to snack on. Back soon. big. In case you didn't notice. There, roll the cliffs. Bring it down even more, is nice. Grab some. So let's make sure no one's in the school with me. Ah, we're all alone. Shame. In the written game, such places such as this are my favorite locations. Away from quest areas. Oh yeah, this is just like very generic coastline so far. So. Let's do something a little funky here. This is like a little bit of a middle stick. We kinda can, yeah. Just let me put on that. Okay. Then we take another one of those, so we rotate. We take. There we go. Not super much GGP. I took a little break, so just went away and grabbed some coffee and whatnot. But we are edging ever closer to downtown, actually, which is really fantastic. Then this, like, getting up to here was kind of my plan for the entire week. But, I mean, that was shot away pretty fast. Let's see, where are the chunks? I want the chunky boys. Oh, not that way, okay. Ah, there. That is something we are looking into. We would like to give the possibility for a very limited little camp system. But it's a balancing act, trying to figure out what ends up feeling good and so it doesn't become too powerful. It is something we're looking into, yes. How do you feel when making maps about putting hidden goodies or creating unorthodox paths? It is quite hard to plan out it before time, it is. Especially since a lot of the time when you come to an area, it looks, well, like every area on the map looked like this, kinda, to start with. Just raw terrain. From there on, we've had to build everything up, so it is tricky to kind of plan that out ahead. Um, but every now and then you just find a little thing, you're like, ooh, this would make a perfect little. And I usually don't do them at the same time. I usually just list them down and like, okay, I want to do this later. So I keep that little note with me for whenever I or someone else comes back and kind of work on the location. Right, we don't have the new swaps for those merged. How does it feel to be working on a mod that's twice size? It's a weird feeling, and scary as shit at times. Because it is a huge amount of work, and you don't really know if it's gonna flop or not. Like, yeah, what you see you may like, but when you play it and when you get the proper experience, is that something players will even appreciate, or like, will the end product be worth it? I think it will. I really think it will. We're doing some incredible stuff, if I may say so myself. But that's always at the back of our heads, like, is this gonna work? Or have we wasted the last few years of our time? Okay, we need some railroad tracks really fast to connect up the lines, because otherwise it's not gonna all be connected. Oh, there is some tracks here actually. Stick that out a little bit. Are there any more of you around? No? Okay. CBT it? Don't know that acronym, sorry. It's my Swedish ass not knowing the proper words for shit. All the fucking acronyms. They all sorts of bamboozling me to no end. We have no plans to abandon. We're in too deep at this point, kinda. Like, finished it'll be, but what people think of it, I don't. That's the scary part. My opinion on spaghetti, out of all things. I prefer normal pasta, tagliatelle, and benedict. But spaghetti's quite alright. Unless there was a mean, what's the supposed answer? In which case, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, it's all or nothing. Kinda, that's the way we roll. And I mean, that's always been our kind of idea for how we want to do things. Which is, well, how we ended up in this situation. I mean, one can hope, Geraldine. One can hope. Like, of course, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't think the product would be great. But it's like, there's always the chance that it's not that well received. always something that can happen, no matter what you're doing, really. Right, little neighborhood area here as well. Let's clean up and prep for that. Oh, yeah. Delete that. Oh, that's went over right there. Jesus. My favorite settlement from the Fallout series. Ooh. I think Rivet City. I really like the design and the idea of that location. So the ambient soundtrack is all made in house, and then some of the radio soundtrack is a few remakes of older tracks, or actual songs, I should say, to make things clear. Some is entirely new, but it really depends on which. Let's do it. Favorite Fallout character. Fantastic. Fantastic. Ask me if I had a degree in... Or they asked me what I knew about theoretical physics. I said I have a theoretical degree in theoretical physics. Welcome on board, they said. It's just such a perfect line, really. Like, to me, fantastic is the epitome of Fallout humor, kind of. Wait, if I'm not drinking just need very slight roads of parts on the road with some monkeys. Oh. It's crushed. I don't know. I really didn't like Travis. I don't know. He wasn't. He was just like whiny. That was his whole character. It was just. I'm insecure and I'm saying. Like, oh, great, great, cool, cool. Good for you, dude. Good for you.
If you are the dealer, I'm out of the game. If you are the healer, means I'm broken and lame. If thine is the glory, then mine must be the shame. You want it darker? We kill the flame. Magnified, sanctified be thy holy name. Vilified, crucified in the human frame. A million candles burning for the help that never came.
Natural planets are always nice.
Hey, nay, 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 There's a lover in the story, but the story's still the same. There's a lullaby for suffering and a paradox to blame. But it's written in the scriptures and it's not some idle claim. You want it darker? We kill the flame. They're lining up the prisoners and the guards.
Takes a little while to get the cross position this way, but
I struggle with some
you do get a relatively logical location of where they probably would have ended up.
I had permission to murder and
So this little fuck is gonna go flying off the edge.
you want
Wait.
it darker.
And then when you want some normal ones, like something on wait, actually, look, I'm saying you do.
I'm ready, my lord.
And just slide them up over here. You say another one and just say, screw it, you crash down here.
Magnified, sanctified be thy holy name. Vilified, crucified in the human frame.
Hey, Noah, how you doing?
Candles burning for the love that never came. You want it darker? We kill the flame. If you are the dealer, let me out of the game. If you are the healer, I'm broken and lame. If thine is the glory, mine must be the shame. You want it darker? I'm ready, my lord.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada poof. You've made a little highway. Amazing, right? Yeah, not too bad, no. Not too bad. We don't comment on things like that. It's really hard to give proper estimates that aren't misleading or can be very misleading. Because, like, the work I'm doing right now in these cells, it's a good portion of the world space we are working on and have been working on this week. But it's also very fast work. Like, for example, here. This is what it would be to go cell by cell. And this cell, for example, is not all too much work to do at all. It's a very simple little cell. Like, I'd probably do this. I would steal another little tree and just rotate him around a little bit, swap him up, do a little so. Gotta grab another little rock cluster over there. Just scale up, rotate, and then push down into the ground. Grab some more bushies. Plane them out. Would go steal one of those. Just smack dab in. Done. And that's like one cell more or less ready. Kind of. You get the idea. Problem is that doesn't really translate all too well. That's the easiest number we could give, but it doesn't really translate out too logically. Because this one cell, well, it's a fast one. It's a small, or it's just a easy cell to build. Problem is, like, a cell, just go, if we go up a little bit and head towards downtown, then the cells start taking extreme amounts of time. Not all cells have equal amount of work in them. Which makes it really hard. And also, like, I'd say 30% of the entire workload for this project was probably done the first 3 weeks we started. Like the total work as it is playing. That doesn't mean the rest of the 30% will take another, or 70% will take like 3 weeks. But the story is finalized, we have that done, it's being implemented, a lot of the side quest content is done, there's still some to write, but like we know where we want to go, we know what we need to do, we're never doing it, kind of. Officially the project started late 2015, but this map and this story we're working on is towards the middle, last quarter of 2016. We are looking for animators, both 2D and 3D, outfit artists, level design, and quest implementation. And the easiest way to apply would be to go to our website, www.falloutcascadia.com, and click on, I believe it's called Join the Team. Let me just confirm that really fast. Okay, so it's information and then Join the Team, the drop down there. I believe on there it also shows what departments we're looking for assistance in and whatnot. And if there's something else you feel you cannot, like something that isn't specified or something that we're not looking for specifically, so in this case, writers, general 3D artists, and musicians. Say you, I don't know, say you really excel at lighting or weather mods. Like, say you've made some fantastic with one of those. It's not something we're looking for, but you're always free to apply and just do it in the, I believe it's called the other section. Confirm. Okay, so no, then you would probably just select one of the random categories and then mention that in the portfolio you send along there. How do you recommend getting experience in these types of positions? I mean, just kind of doing it, really. We're not looking for a, like, oh, we want you to have worked on 3 AAA games or something like that. Like, it's not that formal. It's more so we want to see that you're capable of what you're doing and, like, that you're up for challenge, kind of. But as far as, for example, level design goes, I'd say the easiest way is just to download the creation kit and get at it. You just start messing around. Build a little cell, then move on to something different, and so forth. Start small and work up. So for every department outside of the level design and implementation department, we don't require any modding experience. As long as you're capable within your own field, we handle getting it in engine. So none of our 3D artists have to learn how to do things for the creation engine, for example. We just have them give us the substance projects and whatever other source files, and we handle the implementation side of things. We're always up for teaching our artists how to implement things, as it saves some time for us, but it's in no way a requirement unless you're working directly with the engine. We can do that, yeah. It's a tricky process, but I mean, that's for any game, really. When it comes to animation sets and whatnot. It's something a lot of other teams struggle with, but we have spent a lot of time kind of figuring out how to do it and getting our workflow done. Ready for it? Why can't I? Stupid. Stupid landscape tool. So let me bring out a few examples of them. We have our Claw, for example. This is the most basic one. It's just a remesh of the Deathclaw, but it's a nice little variation and addition to the world. What else do we have? We have one Aminga technically. We do. So a little reimagination of the one Amingos from Fallout 2. What else do we have? We have Fox Trot, of course, or Fox. Let's see. Come on, on. So, and there's a few more, but no, it's doable. No, you can't see Tree Satan. Him we're saving. Him you'll have to find on your own. Let me see if I can bring up that image though. The one we did post of him. Just so people can understand what we're talking about. Alright, so we go. That beauty. Quite hidden away and whatnot, but yeah. So was the worst. What do you think of the other DLC size mods, like Fallout Miami, Capital Wasteland, and New Vegas? We work hand in hand with most of them, especially Miami and Capital Wasteland, and we wish them best of luck. Tree Satan.png. Well, they changed the name. They're no longer called Tree Satan. Stupid writers, dumb writers, made them call them the Creakers now. So I had to get my little. I think in game, or I think in the mesh files, I still call them Tree Satan, like in the game files. How many biomes have you guys created so far? Can you speak on it as of right now? As far as biomes go, we have the coast, we have the swamp, we have the normal forest, we have the dead forest, ashlands, Snoqualmie Valley, the northern forests, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, the map it stretches all the way. For some reason, the CK doesn't load LED that far though. So like you can see here, just but it's all developed all the way over there as well. It's just LED doesn't. No. Let's birch up the trees. clearing someone out. It's nice to do. The forests are far more dense than Fallout 4's. We can't go full super dense because the engine kind of goes poof. But we've gone as far as we can without the engine saying poof. Like this is the average density of a forest kind of. But you after much more than this, the engine starts getting a bit upset. Lots of floating trees right now. What have I done? Maybe it's not me actually. Maybe I didn't fuck it all up myself. Yep, played Enderroll, liked it. But I hear I'm just clearing trees because this isn't a as dense area of the forest. So it's supposed to be a bit more sparse. Ground Zero is with the new Kid the region, formerly known as Bellevue. Oh, a landscape. Oh, it's not a seam. Okay, I see what it is. Okay. I was gonna say I haven't seen a landscape seam in a few years by now. But this video is just a job for the landscape brush. There we go. So the name Cascadia comes from a few different sources, which all have the name Cascadia in them. So first you have the mountains around the region, especially those. They're called the Cascades. And then Cascadia is a bioregion of the area and a movement, kind of. I'm not sure how to describe the movement best. No question. Have you been secretly working or planning DLCs? I mean, we do have some ideas for what we would like to do as far as DLC content goes. Those are kind of sprung up over the years. But it's nothing we actively plan on doing at all. It's just if we post-release find that, no, it would be kind of nice to do some stuff, then yeah, we'll probably look into it. But for now, no. We're just focusing on the big one right now. This shit. This kind of music is fantastic. Not gonna lie though. Let's see if we can't get some of our music going. Ooh, that's very loud. Hold on. Let me see. What do I have on? Brain function. There we go. Data. You see, ambient. Get a song though. Just ambient background music going. It might be super loud. I apologize for that. This is just our like ambient backdrop that kind of plays when there's no specific region music in place. I think this is one of the night tracks. Yep, it's one of the night tracks. Let's get another one going. Oh, there's new weathers. Oh, yes, of course. Wouldn't be proper without new weathers. See if we can throw on one of the ashland ones, actually. So the Ashlands is a very depressing place. Thus, this depressing weather. And then some of our own variations. So this is one of our ambient, just generic daytime explorations, I believe. I think, this might be, yeah, just generic daytime exploration, or just generic exploration. I don't think we have specific daytime ones. Do you have a date on that, internet? So we know when the mole men will arrive, so we're ready? Just for science. Let's do. A little something. Little indent in there, why not? Talk about bright light orange, lighting orange with specific thought. Perfectly with the Yeah, the lighting will be, and the weather system will be really fun to do later. We have a lot of ideas and like templates and mood boards for how we want it to be, but still haven't really been fleshed out all too greatly. Yep, soundtrack will be released on Spotify when we're done. But yeah, we're still onto the like generic just music. No, no, no. Hopefully has FLAC as well, yes. Bit of an audiophile myself, so I'll find hard for that one. Yep, new radio stations. Oh, so much forest. Just gotta make sure they go through the audio or the mastering process properly. Why not? Probably bring in some company to do that for us, actually. Sheesh. Oh, right, that's that my job. Right. Fair. Right. So this way have actually a really good view. I'm mistaken. Yeah. Come on to this. It's a nice view. Because I'm an artist, I think if you had to write lyrics in, like a good. Shoot us an email or like an application on the website, fullicascadia.com. There's a tab for music and SFX there. You can definitely look into that. Because yeah, we do have a few custom songs. Let me see if I can't find one of those as well. Oh, let's go to. Let's see, videos. Where is that upload? I thought we had uploaded that. Oh, here we are, I think.
There's one in my heart. Oh, I could never let you go.
It's supposed to be a little post-war song.
That my heart begins to glow. I have a third arm on my chest, so that I could love you more. I just wanna let you know.
Hey, JJ, welcome.
You will grow and grow. But if the fallout will make me a ghoul, you know I'm no fool who said it was cool to be human. Anyways,
I'll be loving you forever, even if you are a ghoul. In this case, we'll live forever, just as long as we're together, as a lady and her fool.
the fallout turns us into ghouls. You know we're no fools who said it was cool to be human. Anyways, there's a
Glowing in my heart. It's on our YouTube.
I could never let you go.
I could never let you go.
So I have another one somewhere.
There's a glow in our hearts.
Let's see, what would that one be then? What could one be? This drawing maybe? Hold on, let's see.
Today,
Nope, wrong one. Here we go. It's another little one.
Oh, I don't
Meant for more
want
cinematic purposes later
to
down the
start
line
the
though.
world on fire. I just don't want this dream to expire. Yes, you and me, we built a house in the trees, quiet and peace. Let's raise a family. Then the man up top, with decision and a thumb, with no empathy at all, a million trees would fall. Oh, this green pre-nuclear
who knows?
dream has gotten me so far down, 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 down. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Oh, I don't want to start the world on fire. I just can't let this dream expire. Yes, you and me, we had that house in the trees. Then tragedy took it away from me. Then the man up top, with decision and a thumb, with no empathy at all, a million trees would fall. Oh, this green pre-nuclear dream has gotten me so far down, down, down.
To fill emojis. The bane of our existence. True bane of our existence. But yeah, with the wrap up of that song, I think I'm going to be done here for now. I need to go do some other work that I can't share with you folks, sadly. But yeah, pretty solid little stream. Got another good chunk of work done. The western coast and most of the eastern coast up until downtown is actually mostly set, which is or the edge of the river, I guess. I don't know if that's actually a coast or what it actually is called in English. No clue. But I think that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always fun. And I'll try to do another one tomorrow again. Possibly. If not, definitely one on Friday. But yeah. I think that's it for today. Alright. Well, take care, all you lovely people. And we'll see you the next time. Bye.